Why are you eating cabbage? I'm sending you $1,300 every month.
What? $1,300? I've never seen that amount come into my bank account.
I'm going to freeze your bank account for now. The account froze.
Trouble busters!
What happened to the cabbage? It did really well. My name is Helen. I'm a 51-year-old who divorced my husband 3 years ago and had a sudden need to get a job. Cabbage is the best vegetable ever. When I put a whole cabbage in my food, it changes the whole volume of the dish. My life isn't easy at all, but I'm managing to live, which I feel grateful for. However...
Unbelievable! Why?
Huh? Why are you so mad, Jake? All I said was thank you so much for sending $20 remittance every month, and that I'm eating cabbage every day.
No, why are you eating cabbage? Why is it only $20? I'm sending you $1,300 every month.
What? $1,300? I've never seen that amount come into my bank account.
Hold a second. I'm going to freeze your bank account for now. The account froze. If it froze, right? What the heck? Did Jake realize it? Did Jake end up reaching out to Helen? This is bad. Did they find out? My usual win, the remittance snatch system. Why would you tell such a lie? Who would ever gain anything from it? Whoa, Jake is here, as I thought. What are you guys arguing about?
Oh, hey, Joseph.
Joseph?
I decided to tell Joseph about everything we know so far.
I see. So this is what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So, did you already freeze the bank account? Of course. He is so quick.
Since all three of us family members were here, we decided to review everything that happened during this incident. Jake says that he's been depositing $1,300 in my bank account every single month, but I don't recall opening a bank account at that bank. Jake says that it can't be possible. He says that I was the one who asked him, saying, "About the remittance, if you can, I want you to wire it to Trubus Bank checking account 200533304. But I don't recall sending him that message at all. I wanted to prove that, so I went ahead and looked at my text history with Jake. But it's deleted.
What? You're right, it's deleted. Why'd you delete it?
I don't know anything about this. I never deleted any messages. Besides, I never asked Jake to send me any money.
But you did.
I appreciate what he sends me, but I never begged him for any money.
Aha! I know what happened. You asked him to send you remittance, but maybe you changed your mind and deleted the message.
I didn't do that.
But the message has been deleted from your phone. This message would be deleted from your phone, but the recipient can still see it, you know?
I know that.
Mom would never tell a lie, so I wonder who sent this message. Someone must have deleted that message too. The person who sent that message to ask for remittance from Mom's phone and the person who deleted that message isn't a third person. It must be a family member. Huh? It might be the person who's been taking $1,300 from my account, which might be you, Joseph. You're kidding me! You come here often even though you don't even need anything from her, right? Yeah, I do. So what? Am I not allowed to visit here? Maybe you sent that message from Mom's phone. Mom's cell phone password is the combination of my birthday and your birthday, and I'm sure it's still the same, right?
That's right.
Then it was possible for you to have done it. But we're a family. She's my mom. I would never do that. I'm sorry to talk about the past, but there was one time you stole my money, remember? What? Are you still holding grudges against me for that? Stop whining about the past! You can't tell me how to feel about it when I'm the victim and you were the perpetrator! You never apologized for what you did, and I never forgave you for it!
I don't care. Okay. Sorry about that, you poor little thing. Are you happy now?
Of course not! That's not how you apologize!
This is enough. There's no point in arguing any further. I'll call the police. And this was where Jake and Joseph disagreed again. Joseph says that the culprit might end up holding grudges against me for calling the police, and they might retaliate. So he said he was against the idea of having me reach out to the police. And one more thing. There was a possibility that our family bonding was going to be destroyed.
If the culprit is a third person, there's no problem with having them arrested, but what if the culprit is family? If I were the culprit, just like you said, it's over. But even if I wasn't, it's all over.
Why would you say that?
It's because Jake treated me as if I was the culprit. He's skeptical about me. Putting how you feel aside, Jake is trying to call the police because he thinks there's a possibility that I'm the culprit too. Isn't that so?
What's the big deal if you're innocent?
You didn't answer my question. You think that I might be the culprit, don't you?
As you said.
Did you think you can get away by just apologizing after accusing me if you turn out wrong? You can't say it, can ya? It's because the perpetrator isn't allowed to tell the victim how they feel about the incident, just like you said earlier, right? That's it. I disagree. If you're gonna go after just $30,000 to destroy this family relationship, go ahead and do so.
After further discussion, we decided to just wait and see what happens after that. And we decided to dismiss the discussion.
I somehow got away without letting them find out about it, but it hurts that he's gonna stop sending $1,300. Jake's $1,300! That money was my... Blue Financial! All right, we got $1,300 jump payment for this month.
Jump payments, a practice in which the borrower pays only the interest owed to the creditor, carrying the principal over to the following month. From the debt collector's perspective, it's advantageous because the principal remains unpaid while they continue to receive money. Thanks, Joseph. I'll see you again in 10 days.
Hold a second, Aiden.
What is it?
Want to take more money again? No?
In that case, I'm more than glad to help you. You're a great customer who's on time with payments.
No, that's not what I want to talk about. But I just had an accident and it's going to be challenging for me to make 3 payments every month.
Huh?
Oh, of course I'll try my best so I can pay 3 times a month as soon as possible. So...
You'd better not fool with me. Why do we have to get less income because of your situation, huh?
Oh, there was an unexpected trouble, and that's why.
You'd better not underestimate people.
I'm sorry.
Did you say an accident or trouble? Wouldn't it become a bigger accident if you don't pay me back for what you owe me? Wouldn't that cause you bigger trouble?
Oh!
Huh?
Well,
answer my question.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, sure. I knew you'd figure it out, right?
Yes, sir. Of course.
I'm letting you borrow my money, which matters to me the second most after my life. If you neglect your jump payment, that entire amount is gonna go on directly as interest, so you'd better be careful.
I'm not sure how other loan companies handle it, but you're better off ensuring repayment with Blue Financial Firm, okay? If you underestimate us, you'll end up corrupt. I couldn't get away with anything at the end of the day. All I accomplished was to avoid having my family find out about what I've done, and I won't be getting the $1,300 moving forward. Damn it! If only Jake didn't say things he didn't have to, I would have continued to receive his $1,300 as if he was paying taxes. I'm able to afford to live because I have that $1,300 every month. I can't survive without it. What am I even supposed to do?
What should I do? In truth, $1,300 was being stolen by someone for 21 months. Oh, this is unacceptable. It's something I should be going straight to the police. But Joseph might end up being terribly hurt from it. But if I were only to consider what Joseph was saying and disregarding what Jake was trying to tell me, that's also wrong. He's been working so hard every month so he could send me that money. I made up my mind. I'm going to go after the truth to the best extent possible. If it's a third person, I'll report to the police without mercy. If Joseph turns out to be the culprit, I'll hear him out on why he did that first before I decide. If it's going to involve the police, I need to be careful. If he ends up with a criminal history, then we'll end up carrying a heavy cross where one of our family members has a history. So I need to be really mindful with what I decide to do. Whether good or bad, my beloved son ended up in a terrible situation. So I need to do something as his mother. I'm not letting them get away with this. Troublebusters!
I need to figure out a new way to earn an extra $1,300 every month. A part-time job? No, my company doesn't allow a second job, so I'd get in trouble if they find out. Besides, I don't have the energy for it. Blue Financial Firm is just way too malicious for taking $3,900 from me just for interest every month. Speaking of him, hello?
Do you have the money ready?
I'll somehow get it ready.
I'll collect it from you tomorrow, so make sure you have it ready, okay? Answer me, you bastard!
Yes, sir!
All right, Joseph, I'll see you tomorrow.
There's no way I can figure out how to generate $1,300 by tomorrow! Maybe I should see if I can convince him to just take everything I have right now, which is $400. No, Blue Financial Firm isn't gonna let go of me with just that. At this point, I have to go for the last resort. I'm gonna get more money out of $400. My life is over. I only have 8 cents left with me now. I shouldn't have been so dreamy about it. I can't even afford cabbage now. What do I do? At this point, I should just make up my mind and... I want to talk to the two of you about something really important. I'll be at Mom's house right now. We're a family. Family is the one and only organization that provides unconditional love. A son's danger is the mother's danger, even if she ends up getting really mad at me.
This guy's seriously unbelievable.
At the end of the day, family will forgive everything. I'm so sorry that I took the money without talking to you guys.
You took the money without talking to us?
Yeah, that's right. I ended up getting too into gambling at one point, and that's why I ended up borrowing $13,000 from a loan shark.
What? You were in debt because of gambling? You're a typical scumbag.
Could this guy just shut up? I'm sorry!
So are you here to confess that today? What's wrong?
Well, that's not it, but that's also true. I'm sorry. You might be surprised to know how much I regret fooling the two of you.
Regretting isn't going to undo what you've done.
Hey, Joseph, the money you stole was something that Jake decided to send me because he figured I was struggling to afford to live. And you knew that.
Of course I knew it, but I was struggling even more than that.
And does that justify stealing? What are you even thinking? What is wrong with you? Don't you feel bad at all?
I knew I wasn't supposed to do that, but that's why I'm here to apologize.
What the heck is wrong with him?
Anyway, can I borrow $13,000?
What? Okay, I see. That's it, huh? You decided to go out of your way to see us, and I was hoping that you had even the slightest sense of guilt. But that wasn't even it. It turns out that you were confessing because you wanted money from us.
I know it was my bad, but I don't have the time to be hearing you out giving me a lecture.
You have no idea what you've done. Besides, you sent that message from my phone to beg money from Jake, deleted it, opened a bank account on my behalf, made Jake deposit money in there, and you were sending me $20 under Jake's name in my bank account out of the $1,300.
I was really desperate.
Let me tell you that we knew you were behind it, even if you never confessed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you could get to the bottom of it if you really decided to.
I confirmed at the bank that you were pretending to be Jake as you created that bank account.
You're really unbelievable. When did you get a copy of my driver's license?
You are truly a thief, inside and out. It's not like I gave birth to you as I put my life at stake just to make you into a thief.
She keeps talking to me like that, when Mom used to be always so cheerful and kind.
Here's more food for you.
That's too much.
Well, you won't grow bigger unless you eat a lot.
But I'm already 31.
You'd better truly reflect on what you've done. You deceived your blood-related mother, and you stole almost $30,000 from your brother. Once the bank account is frozen, you decided to beg for money, huh?
What?
Are you mistaking apology for a plea bargain or something?
I said I'm sorry. I felt bad about it too, or else I wouldn't have sent you $20.
You can't be defiant like that when you took $1,280.
You're snapping back now?
I've been curious, but
What is it? Is it about your likability?
no.
Because I hate you. I hate you 10 times more than those small flies that fly around your head when you're working out in the evening.
No, that wasn't what I was asking. Can you, stop acting as if I'm a thief?
Huh?
Huh? What's wrong with calling a thief a thief?
I'm Jake's blood-related brother. From my sense, it's the same thing as borrowing some cash from my little brother's piggy bank, right?
Didn't I tell you that the perpetrator isn't allowed to tell the victim how to feel about the incident?
I said I'm sorry. Aren't we a family?
Being a family doesn't mean you'll be loved automatically.
Seriously?
We don't intend to forgive you at all.
What the heck? Aren't you being persistent?
Oh, we're not being persistent because we're never going to forgive you for the rest of our lives.
What? What the heck is wrong with them? Damn it, at this point. Oh, please, Mom, Jake, if you don't let me borrow $30,000 right now, my life will be over.
That's your life. Everyone has our own different lives that we live. Good job, I'll understand if you're being apologetic the moment you got here, but you've been acting all goofy and you're clearly underestimating us.
That's enough. Who cares about my mannerism? You keep saying that because you don't even want to save me.
Let's pretend you were to end up with a challenging illness and it'll take $13,000 in medical fees to help you. In that situation, I'll do anything to generate $13K for you.
Yeah, that's the least you should do because we're a family.
I'm sorry, but you're in the same league as your father at this point to me.
What?
The very last mercy we could have had for you was not to report you to the police.
What?
But I guess that's impossible at this point.
Ah!
Jake, I need you to call the police.
Roger that.
What? Hold on a second. Are you sure you want to do that?
Jake did the research for me, but what you've done amounts to theft, fraud, forgery of a private document through falsifying a power of attorney, and forgery of an official document by unauthorized use of a driver's license. Those are likely the charges you'll be facing.
It's a parade of crimes. You'll probably be sentenced to imprisonment, so you'd better be ready for it.
Ready for what? It goes the same for you guys.
Huh?
What?
Okay, I get it. I guess I wasted my time here.
What the heck is wrong with you? You'd better pay me back the $27,300 that you stole from me.
Huh? Do you really think I can afford that when I have a $13,000 debt? Nice try.
What?
If I'm gonna end up with a criminal history, you guys are gonna be family members of a convict. Your lives will become difficult.
Ugh.
This is working. Oh, I don't care.
Oh.
This is my last card. I'm gonna attack them by questioning whether they really want to be a family member of a criminal. Are you sure about this? All right, the tables have turned. If you don't like that...
I have no choice.
Huh?
I said I have no choice.
Hold on a second, you should calm down.
I'm calm, and I'm ready to do this.
You'd better be ready too!
What? Hold on! Why are you so confident? I thought the two of you didn't want to end up becoming a family member of a criminal.
Don't mind us.
Well, sure, we don't want to have a family member who's a criminal, but you committed a crime, so we have no choice!
We really questioned that to ourselves about that, too. If anything, right until this very moment. But you're not sorry for anything. You're snapping back and you don't even understand the severity of what you've done. You even threatened us at the end, so we have no hesitation now.
You have no hesitation? Oh, please hesitate!
We want you gone.
I'm sorry, I really am. Please don't turn me into the police. Please don't call the police.
But we're already here!
Please, take him.
Why won't you forgive me? I'm your family. What's wrong with taking money from a family member? Can't we just bring justice within the family instead of the legal system? Like making me do the chores.
You're being extremely annoying until the very last moment. You'd better cut it out, Joseph. Is your brain wearing a diaper? You keep trying to rely on us for the sake of being a family, but it's not gonna work. A family member who deceives a family member isn't considered family at that point. A family member who steals money from a family member isn't considered family.
Mommy!
Stop being so delusional to think that families are always forgiven for anything. Families are humans. We're not saints or Buddhas. We get mad when we get bad, and we come to an end when we come to an end. You'd better regret that in prison.
I'm going to make you pay me back for the $27,300 that you stole from me, too. You'll be fired from work and get tossed into prison. When you finally get out of prison a few years from now, you'll start off with a $40,000 debt. Must be tough.
Oh, Jake!
But I'm still going to make you pay for it, no matter what.
Money isn't everything, but everything costs money. When you get out, you'll start your life with a negative $40K. If this was a video game, I'd be pressing the reset button, but you have no choice but to live it. And good luck with that.
You're not any mommy that I know of.
And so, Joseph agreed to accompany the police voluntarily and was taken to the station.
No, I hate the police. I don't want to go.
Okay, let's talk at the station.
Mommy! Mommy!
Okay, can you please keep it down until we get to the station?
I won't ever steal again. I'll cherish my family.
In a civil case, Joseph was ordered to pay the full amount of $27,300 in damages. In the criminal trial, he was convicted of theft, forgery of private documents, and forgery of official documents, and was reportedly sentenced to 3 years and 3 months in prison.
3 years? I haven't even gotten married yet, and I lost my job, but I have to stay here for 3 years.
Of course, the consequences for him didn't end there.
Hey, have you been well? In addition to the original $13,000 debt that you had, we decided to take over the $27,000 debt to your ex-family at Blue Financial Firm. So we'll be working even closer together now.
What? Why did they have to ask Blue Financial Firm to take over the debt out of all places?
Now your debt is a total of $40,300, and the interest will be at non-stop, okay? Thanks!
Huh? What?
Don't worry, even if you end up with a huge debt, we'll make sure to hook you up with a job so you can repay us no matter what.
Oh my goodness!
Just make sure you work out your body, okay? Or else it'll be dangerous.
Oh no!
Meanwhile, I've been receiving support from Jake, which has allowed me to continue my current job without financial strain while taking my time to look for a better opportunity. Being family doesn't automatically create love. It's okay to rely on your family, but you mustn't take advantage of them. Trouble Busters!